wouldn't it? Hi, guys, and welcome to Double Dum Gaming. I am Dermot, aka Dermatron, your host. Yes, and this is all about gaming. And this is, I haven't done anything on this gaming channel for a while, actually, but this is all about games where we're going to do F1 content, football manager content as well. And we're going to do lots of stuff coming up. It's being rejuvenated, it's being given a kiss of life. So the channel is coming back. But I hope you're all doing well. We are live, of course, on YouTube. So do hit the like button and subscription button. We'd love to get to 100 subs before Christmas. And also, we're going live over on Twitch as well. So hello to Twitchland. And do hit the follow button over there and hit there and follow us with lots of content coming up. What I want to talk to you today about, guys, and I'd love you to get involved in this as well, is about F1 2025. Now, I've been a massive F1 nut. I am a massive F1 nut, and I love the F1 games. Rarely do. I think it's the greatest sort of franchise going. And I was just looking through social. I follow a lot of YouTubers that do F1 content. And it came out that there will be no F1 2026. Now, we'll get into that in a minute. We'll get into what was said by co-masters managing of the lead of the F1 games. Also, we're going to probably see what EA Sports had to say as well. But my view is this. I think it's a smart move by co-masters and EA. And I'll tell you why. I feel if you have a franchise of a game and you keep bringing it out year in, year out, year in, year out, year in, year out, it's going to get boring. It's going to get boring, and you're going to have, it's just become outdated. Now, F1 games, we've had every F1 game since 2010 to 2025. And for me, there's been some good ones, and there's been some absolute horrors of game. 2014 for me was dreadful. The last 2024 was bad as well. Didn't enjoy it as much as I enjoyed 23. And I think the F1 games I enjoyed when they had the classic cars in and the classic tracks, I think they had them in 2013. Classic cars were coming in quite regularly, I think, from 2015 and 16, which I thought was great fun. I think the online game in 2025 is a lot better than 2024. And I just like the whole F1 2025 game. So I was expecting with the reg change next year, with the new team coming in, with Audi coming in as well, and 2 new teams hitting Formula One. I thought, great, we're going to great. And then we had the bombshell. And this was the bombshell. It was out by, sorry, wrong one. This is from EA Sports franchise announcement. Today, EA Sports confirms future plans for F1 25, with the game set to represent both 2025 and the 2026 FIA Formula One World Championship. This news drops alongside an announcement for the future of EA Sports F1, as 2027 would see the series return and mark the start of a new and more expansive F1 experience following on from F1 25. Firstly, I think it's brilliant that there was a worry that after this year there would be no more F1 games, and that would be it. That I think the license would have ran out, and that would have been sad, because we all like our franchises, we all like our games, we all like our racing games, and Formula One for me is probably one of the best games out there, for me personally. So it's great to know that after when they bring out the new game in 2027, there's going to be future games coming out as well, which is brilliant for the franchise, and make it with the Xbox and PlayStation's getting better, and the graphics getting better, and everything with the new regs and everything's going to make it really exciting. So the series return from 25. So, following on from F1 2025's commercial and critical success with praise from players, media, content creators, and F1 drivers alike, the team is building on the experience through a paid expansion. Now, I was looking at I think it was Alec Gillen I was watching or Tier Market. Forget his name now. The other fellow I watch, um, he's from Australia. I forget his name at the moment. And I didn't realize that one team worked on 2023 and then another team worked on 2024. So this time they are drawing everything together. They're bringing both teams together to work on one game as one. And I think for me, I think that's brilliant. I think as a franchise, I think that's the best thing you can do. So I'm really happy about that. Through a paid expansion. Now, the paid expansion, I'll explain in a minute about how I feel about that. The premium content update will bring players closer to the sport's major changes for 2026. That includes new cars, sporting regulations, teams, and drivers. The decision to offer a premium content update for F1 25 is part of a strategic reset for F1 franchise in 2027. A new game will be released that looks like, feels, and plays differently, delivering more gameplay choices. And I think that's important because one, you want the best F1 game out there. You're representing the sport of Formula One. So you're going to want to put the best video game you can out there. So us Formula One nuts can go out and feel like we actually are Formula One drivers. What I want to see in 2027, well, that will be for another video. Briefly, I want classic cars back. I want classic tracks back. Um, I do feel pad players. I'm a pad player. I will be going to a wheel. I am going to get myself a wheel, so I will be leaving the pad, going to a wheel. I feel pad players get left behind a little bit because I think the focus is all on for wheels. Players that have a steering wheel and pedals. I do feel that we get left behind a little bit. Now, I don't know if everyone feels like that, but me personally, as a pad player, I do feel like that. I I I think also with the paid expansion, for me, I think it's a good thing because if you look at EAFC, how bad that has become. Sorry. Um, it's it's become. I've lost my train of thought now. When you lose your train of thought, I was going. Oh yeah, that was it. Um, I just feel you look at EAFC. Um, it's it's out every year, and it's repetitive. It doesn't fix the problems they're having with it. It doesn't fix the issues they got with it. And I think this is a perfect time for Formula One co-masters, especially to fix the issues and the bugs that come within the F1 game. And I think it's important, and I think it is vital that they do that because if you look at F1 24, it was great. It wasn't great. It was crap. I didn't play it as much as I'm now playing F1 25. I'm playing F1 25 a lot more and do more online stuff as well, playing online, going online, doing other stuff as well. So I'm enjoying it 100 times better. F1 24 for me needs to put into the dustbin and left there. F1 23 I thought was good, but they went the wrong way with F1 24 and F1 14 should be deleted from history because both games were shit. Um, and I'm pleased that EA and Codemasters have taken this route. I'm really, really am pleased. And I think other franchises need to do it as well. You look at FM26. Yes, it wasn't a year's break because they had to take it because the game that was going to be put out wasn't great. Pardon me. And there's still a lot of complaints about FM26, but I think they will get it better with the bugs. I think there's a major update out today. So I think that will get better. But I think any franchises needs a year's break to go back to basics and weed out the bugs and where the problems lie to make us feel better. We're the consumer. We're the ones that part with our hard money to buy these games either physically or digitally. And we're the ones that gives hours and hours of our time playing these games. If you if you look about all franchises over the years of different games, Halo and other games like that, they've always had to go back to basics and redo, probably take the bugs out of the game. And I think that's the problem. Games have become too complex now, especially with the machinery we're using. Everyone wants the perfect game, and you're never going to get the perfect game. But Codemasters for me have an opportunity to really put out the best F1 game ever. Now, I was watching somebody saying with the release of Grand Theft Auto 6 this year, would that have taken away from F1, a new F1 game? Maybe. And I think that might have something to do with it as well, because look, you're putting out two big games. You're really going to take away from each other. And look, I'm not a massive Grand Theft Auto gamer. I don't really play it. But I know there's people will prefer that over Formula One. And there is driving in it as well. So it is sort of a driving game as well. So I just feel the driving games we've been putting out, people have been putting out over the last sort of 5 years, have not been great. And it's only been the F1 game for me that has been stable in that they know you're going to bring out a decent game. If you look at Rensport that's come out, that's getting horrible reviews at the moment. I mean, I was going to buy it till I saw the videos and the reviews, and it was horrendous. I know we've got a new project game coming out in November 25th, in a couple of days' time. That's getting slightly better reviews, but I more like Gran Turismo or Forza Motorsport. You can't go wrong with them two franchises either. And if you look at Forza as well, Forza then did Forza Motorsport, and you got Forza Horizon. I love Forza Horizon. I really do. I think it's a great game. I just love the way you can drive. I just love the way it's done. But I do feel that EAFC should take a book out of what Codemasters are doing at the moment. There shouldn't be an EAFC 26 game coming out next year. I think they need to take a year's break. I think they need to work on the 27 game. And I think also they need to work on the bugs and everything else that's within this game. And I think that's the right move from Formula One and Codemasters. And I think EA have got it spot on, in my view. Now, this is from Lee Method, the Senior Creative Director at Codemasters. It says, working in partnership with F1 and all 11 teams, the 2027 F1 game will deliver a refreshed experience that expands on what long-time players have loved from the franchise. Why celebrating the excitement of Formula One in the new ways, immersing new and existing players into the modern era of the sport? With the 2025 calendar approaching a thrilling climax, now is the perfect time to pick up F1 25, available across all platforms, of course, on Xbox, Series X and S, PC right now. Players can get involved in Season 4 feature, and I think I love the Season 4 bit, by the way, the new survival challenge. I will be doing it on the channel, guys. I will be doing in the probably next week, I'll be doing that, doing the survival challenge. So watch out for that. It's fun. It is fun. Mode with time limited unblockables that include special liveries and helmets that are featured in Reward Sports. Developed by Codemasters, EA Sports 25 lets players take the spotlight. And one thing about F1 25, where F1 24 didn't do, F1 25 is more player friendly. And that's what I like about it. That's what I do like about it. But look, I think it's great what EA and Codemasters are doing. I don't think got a problem with it at all. And I think fair play to them. Absolutely fair play to them. I just wish other franchises would take note. Like EAFC, they need to take note because they're damaging their franchise. I think there's a new FIFA game coming out next year as well, which would be interesting. I think I just think that everyone should take a year out. Franchises can get so boring at times, and they can lose their way. And the fans that they've gathered over the years can sort of drift away from it. So it'd be interesting to see what comes out. Now, what do I want in F1 27? I want, as I said before, classic cars, classic tracks. I think a reworking of the reworking of online needs to be needs to be done. I do feel, and I mean, I've played a bit of online more in F125 than I have in F124. I feel that you need to be put into groups where you're going to be more competitive. I feel at the moment, last night I was put into groups where there was players under more. I see, I've got a silver one, so there's people in there with silver or gold, and they will, of course, they're going to be a lot faster than me. And it was a mix between pad and steering wheel. And I just feel if you're on a pad, I think you should be stuck with the pads, and there's people with the steering wheels, they should be put with the steering wheels. I do believe that. I feel sometimes on a wheel you do get an advantage than somebody on a pad. Um, I'm just used to driving Formula One cars with a pad, but I would say if it's the first, I would advise anyone, if you're going to buy a Formula One game, do it with a steering wheel. The pads can be fun, but they can be tricky as well, and I have found it tricky over the years. Also, I want EA to stop this sort of money grab in a way as well. Because if you look at the last couple of, especially 24, it was money grab. And I just want them to stop it. They do it the same in EA Sports as FC as well, where you got to pay so much money. It's getting on my wick. You pay 80 or 90 or 70 euro for the normal game, or 100 euro for the deluxe game, and you don't really get much difference, apart for you get 18,000 bitcoins or whatever. But you still need to go and buy bitcoins, or you need to, if you want to get this certain thing and you've only got 3,000. Oh, we'll pay a tenner. We can give you another 5,000 or whatever, and it's all money. It's all money, money, money all the time. So I do want to go away from that. I would love to do them in the FC games, a scenario mode where you go back through F1 history and you say you're Michael Schumacher against Mika Hakkinen. You've got to beat Mika Hakkinen with 3 laps to go, or you're out in Senna when you've lost 5th gear. You've only got 1 gear in the 91 Brazilian Grand Prix, and you've got to win that race with a charging Ricardo Patrese behind you and Nigel Mansell behind you. So I like a scenario sort of part of the game to come in. I think that would be fun. As I said, classic tracks to come back, brilliant. But I want old time tracks as well. I would love to drive a Formula One car around the old Monza and the Oval, or Monaco back it was in the 30s and 50s, and back into the 50s and 60s. The old Silverstone as well. The old Hockenheimring, where what it is it now, but the old one where you used to go through the trees. So things like that. Also bring back where the United States Grand Prix used to be held in, where the Indy 500 is held. Do it around that track. I used to love that track. That track for me is really fun to drive. So there's plenty of tracks that we've used in the past. I think Codemasters could bring back in, and that I think that would be fun as well. Of course, classic cars, bring them back in. I think you're looking at the 1990 Eddie Jordan car, the green one, the first one. You're looking at the 1992 Lionel Mansell car, the 96 Damon Hill car. You look at the 2009 McLaren, the 2008 Ferrari. You're looking at the Ferrari back in the 70s as well. James Hunt's 76 McLaren, Nicky Lauda's 70, 75, 76, 77 Ferrari. You know, cars like that that we know that us Formula One nuts, or even new people that come into the sport or come into the franchise, can have fun with. And I think that's linked to the classic tracks as well. I do like the way you can choose your season lengths as well in F125. They did that in F124, so I think that was good, and I enjoy that because it gives you a mix. If you were just stuck to 24 rounds, I think it become a bit boring. And I think you say 10 rounds, either 10 rounds or 15 rounds, and then 24 rounds, 16 rounds or 24 rounds. I think that's brilliant. And I think it's a major opportunity to really cement themselves as the biggest franchise going. Many franchises have died a death. You look at the James Bond franchise, absolutely died a death. New game coming out next March, which I'm absolutely looking forward to it. I will be doing that. The night it comes out, I will be streaming live on the channel when that hits. So I'm looking forward to doing that. A bit like Hitman. I am going to do my review of that game as well before it comes out and give you my thoughts on that. But look, I'm going to end it there, guys. Look, I think to summarize everything that I've been saying, I think Codemasters and EA have made an absolute, they've been spot on with this. I'm really excited about F127. I'm excited to see what F126, the DLC brings. I hope they make it cheap as possible because I'm not expecting major things with the update. I'm just expecting possibly the bare minimum. Updated cars, updated tracks, updated calendar, updated drivers. So I'm not expecting a major overhaul. I'm expecting them just to come out with a bare minimum. But I am expecting F127 to be absolutely mega and really fire out of the box as the best F1 game ever. 2010 for me is the godfather of all F1 games. Just one more thing on F127 I wanted to say. I forgot to mention, it just came to my head now. Is the when you crash. I feel it needs to be a bit like F1 2010. When you crash, the screen went red and it was all in slow motion. And I really liked that. I really loved that. I thought it's brilliant. So I would like F1 27 to bring that back a little bit more. I think I've heard a lot of the content creators saying about the red flags need to be fixed. I agree, it does need to be fixed. It seems a bit buggy. I like the way you can choose either immersive or TV mode from behind the safety car. And also when you're doing the parade lap as well, you can choose that. Pre-season, I want a pre-season test in F127 as well. So especially in career team mode where you own a team and you get to set how your team starts in pre-season. I like a bit more work on when signing drivers or announcing drivers. I think they could take a little bit out of EAFC. When you buy a player, they walk into the club and they meet the manager and whatever. I would like F1 to do that a little bit. So make it a bit more exciting. Like a player comes to the factory for the first time, meets the owner and meets some of the staff. And I think make it a little bit more that you're a bit more immersed in it instead of just walking in and walking out the way to have it now. Look, just everyone's different. Everyone will have different thoughts on what F1 27 to be. But guys, that is it. Thank you for watching. Thank you for spending time with me on the Saturday afternoon. Do hit the like button. Do hit the subscription button as well. We're on the march to 100, so let's get there before Christmas. Please do. Whatever you're doing, there is plenty of content coming out. Next week, there will be an F1 show where I be doing survival mode. Also, I'm going to do drive to your tires explode as well. We're doing that. They may be doing live, or it may become on it's a pre-record. I don't know yet. But guys, if you're over on Twitch, hit the follow button on Twitch and our Twitch channel as well. Please do. And whatever you do, enjoy your Saturday. Enjoy gaming. And we'll see you in the next one. Like, subscribe. Thank you.